up, everybody? This is VisitJoan, and today I am building a photo studio. Now, the reason I wanted to do a photo studio was because, we got all those new frames and the update to the photo system in the Machino stuff pack, and with all of those new options, I, am able to now put, photo frames and stuff like that inside, the family's house to decorate them. So this is a place where, I can send my Sims to get family photos to decorate their houses. Now, there are a few limitations to this. Number one being is that you have to have an extra Sim in the household. So if you have a household of 8 Sims, you're not getting a picture of the whole family. Sorry, guys. There's nothing I can do about that. But most of them don't. In fact, the only family I have that has 8 Sims are the Goths. And to fix that, there's this little program called Photoshop. But this is a functioning retail lot, and oh my goodness, these stairs. Can we just talk for a minute about these stairs? The stairs were just a huge hassle because whenever I did anything, the stairs would just, randomly get deleted. Like, I swapped the half wall for a fence, deleted the stairs. I put in a floor, deleted the stairs. And so I don't know how many times I actually spent moving these stairs and putting them back in, and then I had to, redo the little wall at the end of it there. It's just like, oh my goodness, and I don't even know what the heck happened this one time. But I did something, I don't know what it was, and all of a sudden I looked there, and the stairs were gone. Just randomly gone. And I'm like, wait a minute, where the frick are the stairs? So, oh my goodness, I don't even know what the heck happened. I mean, normally when I do lofts like that, it isn't a problem. Maybe it's because I did the spandrel trick, which I actually did suggest to somebody, who was having problems creating lofts, because, whenever you would create the loft and delete the floor, the ceiling would go away and it wouldn't consider it a room, which is just really aggravating. But anyway, I kind of realized all of a sudden that, if I replaced the wall with a spandrel, the room didn't go away. So that's what I did. I put a spandrel where the wall was, and then put a half wall under it. So maybe that kind of weird thing caused all the problems. I don't really know. But as I was saying, this is a retail lot, and I did test it, and nobody actually came to get their photos taken. They were all too busy looking at buying cameras and streaming drones and stuff like that. But I tested it as a photo shoot place too, and it works out just fine. The only thing that's missing is that there really should be an option to stand on the backdrop or whatever and have somebody else take a picture of you, and then you get to keep the photo. I mean, that would be really great for the Sims that have 8 household members. So, Sim gurus, you all need to get on that, but it's fine without it. I just won't get a picture of the entire Goth family. But like I said before, Photoshop, so that isn't really that big of a deal. Also, fun fact for you all, this lot is actually placed on the lot where I did have Destiny before I gave her her own apartment, and so I decided to go with this one because it was small, and I really didn't need that much room. It's just a photo studio and like a camera shop. There's nothing else about that. So, moving on, I did want to utilize a lot of the stuff from the Machino stuff pack, but I didn't want it to be, completely Machino, because I just don't like that, I mean, I like having variety. I like being able to mix and match things. I like being able to put things, oh, goodness, oh, I lost it here, oh my goodness, okay. But anyway, you guys, I think this might have been, a really just good idea to have done when Machino came out. It just, I hadn't thought of it at that time. So, better late than never, but you will actually see me do the bathroom in this build, which you don't normally see for community lots. I normally just do the bathrooms off camera, but since this is such a small lot, I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to do it. Because, well, basically, community lots are what made bathrooms so really the most annoying buildings to do. Because I would do the community lot, and then I'd get really excited to play, and then I'd be like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't put a bathroom. And there was this one time, it was actually pretty funny, where I was building this one restaurant, and all of a sudden I was just like, crap, I forgot to add a bathroom. And then my mom's like, don't crap. It was kind of funny, but anyway, you guys will get to see what my community bathrooms look like, and the process of me making them. And there's also a little changing room there, too, in case you want to change into a certain outfit when you're at the studio, although you could just walk in the outfit you're wearing. But anyway, both are gender neutral, and, it doesn't really matter because it's only just one little room with a toilet. And honestly, in my opinion, when they make those bathrooms that are just one room with one toilet, they shouldn't even put men's and women's restroom on there, because that's just stupid. It's like, why does it matter if only one person is going to use it at a time? But I'm not going to get too into all of those issues right now. When I was doing the walls, I kind of like sectioned the studio off into like several different areas. Because, I figured the front would be like a reception area. And since this is a retail store, I figured, it would be kind of cool to sell a bunch of different cameras. Which really just became an annoying task because, with the exception of the underwater camera, suddenly you weren't able to put any camera on any surface at all. And that's just like, it's like, wait, when did this become a thing? I clearly remember being able to put cameras on a desk. I remember doing that. So I had to I couldn't even use the red shelf. I had to use the 9 key. And, well, the level of the displays don't actually match the increments of the 9 key. So basically, I just have a bunch of cameras floating a little bit above the display. And I didn't really notice that until I had like half of the cameras in. And by that point, I was just like, you know what? I am not messing with this. So you are going to have to move objects on before you put this lot into your game. And now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure the change happened right when Moschino came out. So maybe it was something that had to do with the Moschino pack itself. But that being said, I did put a lot of different little photo areas in this studio because I wanted a lot of different options. I have the Get to Work one, which has different options than the ones that came with Moschino. There's a couple of Moschino ones. There's the circle one that I don't even know how to describe that. And there's even a couple of wall dividers I used as a backdrop. So you have plenty of options when coming into this studio. And every one basically has its own tripod. I mean, these two share, but that's basically because I didn't have, enough room to put its own little tripod in. And I also put, the little lights in there, too, to make it just look real. They would have those, the last time I got my photo professionally taken was on a cruise ship 8 years ago. So I haven't been to an actual photo studio in, years and years. And because, we just are able to take all the pictures ourselves. And my mom even took pictures of my uncle's wedding. So it's not like I really have any kind of memory to base this off of. But, I just use my imagination. That's just what I do best. So anyway, over here there's a little kind of like waiting area and a little, wardrobe station. That's just what I'm going to say. But I put the racks of clothing, as you'll see here in a minute, because I don't know, maybe people will come in and they'll want maybe themed photo shoots. Like you go to theme parks, and I mean, I'm staring at one of those right now from when I was 4, and we went to Six Flags and did stuff like that. But anyway, I put a bunch of cameras right with all this camera stuff just because, it's a photo studio. I think they would all be on display like that. That would really be kind of cool. And here comes the annoying process of trying to put things on the shelf because, there's this one bookshelf I wanted in the waiting area, the Moschino one, but it was too big, so, I figured I had to size it down, and I wanted to put stuff in, little holes, but the thing is when you size down the surfaces, the slots don't change size. So I'm, trying to put magazines here, and they're, kind of, sticking outside of the, the bookshelf. There we go. So I had to basically take the bookshelf away from where I carefully positioned it and move the object and then put it back, and then it wouldn't look right, so I had to move it again. And it was just over and over again with all these different objects. And it was just really just kind of aggravating, and it took way longer than it really should have. But I think the result was, pretty good. And I was trying to think about what could I possibly put in that little corner that's under the stairs there. And so I figured, why not just put a plant? Well, a lot of the plants will just stick their leaves through the wall, and that's no good. So I kind of sized up a vase and then sized up a plant and put it there, and I was kind of deciding what color to make it. And now that I think about it, I realize that maybe I like the color I had in the first place better. I don't know. It still looks good. I mean, if you download this lot, you can basically change it to whatever color you want. But, see, I picked this rug because it kind of matched the walls, and I thought that was just really cool. But I had a hard time trying to figure out which swatch to use, and oh my goodness. But anyway, here comes me trying to set up the little camera store, and just with the stair issues, I did cut most of this out because it's just so repetitive, and nobody just wants to see, I don't know how many minutes of me trying to put cameras on pedestals. That's just really annoying. Nobody wants to watch that. But I put a variety of cameras there, and I put them on sale, so Sims can go and buy them. And I also put, streaming drones there because I figured, that's kind of like photography, it's something that takes video. That would probably be, at one of these shops as well. and antique cameras because, why not? Although those were really kind of the hardest to place because I had to scale them down and I was trying to figure out if it actually fit on the shelf, and oh my goodness, that was a pain in the butt. But I got through it, and I figured, it would be a good idea for them to display some of the photos that they've taken for, to use as examples. And so, I did take some photos after I built this lot. I don't know. Well, you know what? I think I went in to do the screenshots first because when there was a sim standing outside and I just didn't want that sim in the middle of the picture. So I think I did take the screenshots first. But I did take some pictures and put them in the frames. I don't think there aren't that many different ones, but you know what? At least it's filled and it doesn't look kind of completely ridiculous looking like they do when they're empty. They will in the screenshots, but oh well. Anyway, you guys, this build is quickly wrapping up, so I'm going to let you go here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you left a like and a comment. And I would also really appreciate it if you subscribed, or at least considered subscribing. And as always, you can follow me on social media if you want to see behind the scenes of any of my content, or fun facts, or just snippets of just my life in general. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at VisitJoan, and if you want to see anything about Sims-related stuff, get the info about when new videos are coming up, and stuff like that, be sure to follow me on Twitter at VisitJoan Videos. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to get up out of here, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody!